Let's take a look around the Circuit of the Americas here in Austin, Texas. 3.425 miles, 20 corners, 2 DRS zones, and the longest run straight on the Formula One calendar. It is a joy of a circuit. Exit the last corner then and boot it hard as you come under acceleration and under power as well. Continue on uphill towards turn number 1. 8th gear flat out before a heavy braking zone as well. Drop down, 3rd gear, tight inside line apex on the left hand side. Drop downhill now into the Mickey Mouse section of the track as well. The car meanders left then right again like Maggotts and Beckett at Silverstone. Requires a little bit of lifts as well to make sure everything stays the same on the circuit, and continues to push hard as they continue uphill into turn 7 and 8 as well. Keep hard on the power, and now through the tricky bump zone of the track at turn 10. MotoGP riders complain about it. Formula One do too before you into the hairpin then. Like turn 1 all the way down at turn 11, 2nd gear. Rise up the hill now once again down the longest straight in Formula One. DRS is at a maximum. The ERS is screaming its deployment energy as you hurtle down into the best overtaking spot on the track in towards turn 12. Brake at the 100-meter board, flick the car into the left, and then you're back on the power. 2 rights then as well do make a correct right turn into 15 and 16. Then 3 lefts back to back. You don't notice the first 2. It's the last one you need to notice coming into turn 16. 17 and 18 then, a long sweeping right-hander akin to what we see in Turkey of Formula One as well. 19 and 22 left-handers then easy to flick the car off the track and run out lap time like you do there. That's allowed this year by the stewards, but no culling elsewhere. Last corner, full throttle once again with the DRS open, and that is a lap of Austin, Texas. That might have said practice. Should have been qualifying. Wasn't looking. Either way, hello everybody. Welcome to qualifying for the 2023 United States Grand Prix at the Circuit of the Americas. It's our second of 3 visits here stateside, and this awesome track, built back in 2012 on marshland as well, bumpy as anything, but such a good ride. Alongside me in the commentary box is Jess Ball, Josh T. Omi's in the pit lane, and Adam Lembridge will be joining us shortly as well. After Q1, we're going to rotate the Panducci team. Adam's going to be with us throughout the rest of the weekend. Same really for Jess and for Josh and for Omi as well. Megan's not with us. She'll be with us for the F1 Academy races alongside Jess and myself. But then she's also not doing the MotoGP. So she's just taking some eager weekends off while she focuses on university work. Plus, she was supposed to be here for qualifying, but getting to the commentary box is like crossing the... Well, basically, you're trying to swim the channel. It's not great. So, we've got about 2 minutes to go. Let's say good afternoon. Jess, good evening, in fact. It's nearly 10 o'clock. It's qualifying day as usual, but this is going to be a very tricky one. Sprint weekends deliver unpredictable grids.
And I love unpredictable grids. We got that in the sprint in Qatar, where we saw Oscar Piastri got pole position in the shootout. Qualifying wasn't as unpredictable as it was, but even the sprint shootout was exciting. But with the one practice session around here, and with the bumps as well, that could prove tricky in FP1. I think, besides Verstappen, I think P2 and below is going to be quite close. Mercedes looking good, and so are and some other cars as well. Leclerc also looking good in free practice 1 earlier too.
Josh T is with us for the first time this weekend. Josh, practice went interestingly well, only Piastri making that big slide error, but Verstappen, Leclerc, Hamilton 1, 2, 3 by just under 0.3 of a second. Hamilton looked quick, but got spoiled in his last run. Are we genuinely seeing that maybe now that the pressure of the title's off, the race fight is back on?
Yeah, hopefully, and hopefully my mic is all right.
For the first
after
time, you're
that. A
quite
little
low.
bit.
I'm going to boost you up in a second, in between the gap, but go on.
Yeah, well, I can confirm, Joss, it did say practice, not qualifying, but I can confirm it is qualifying. But yeah, Hamilton is looking fast, and well, the championship is off, and it's going to be a good one.
It really is going to be a good one. 18 minutes ahead of us for qualifying one, as per normal. The normal qualifying procedure coming up then to set the grid for Sunday's United States Grand Prix. Don't forget, tomorrow we'll have the sprint shootout and the sprint qualifying. But stand by, relax, and enjoy. We are getting all set for qualifying for the 2023 United States Grand Prix from the Circuit of the Americas. It's a very crucial qualifying coming up for the 2023 United States Grand Prix. We are here at the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas for round 18 of the 2023 campaign. Well, this amazing circuit has delivered us with so many different qualifying sessions over the years. We've had wet, we've had dry, we've had windy, we've had sandstorms, we've had everything. The desert of Texas, this amazing state, has given us amazing sessions. We've never had a qualifying on a Friday. Now we do. With a sprint weekend in succession, we are back around this amazing 5.513 kilometre circuit. 20 turns in total, elevation change of 30.90 metres, that's 31 metres on the run uphill towards turn number one. Pirelli responding, bringing the middle range tyre compounds, the white hard C2, the yellow medium C3 and the red soft C4 tyre compounds. So 18 minutes ahead of us then for the normal qualifying one procedure as well. Lance Stroll is at risk of being eliminated from Q1 for the 5th time running. The reason I've singled him out is because for the second weekend running he had no practice at all. Only 5 laps before a brake caliper issue forced him out. Now we've got a situation where he's only going to have that data going forward. Not good for Fernando Alonso either, so both of them not looking good. Norris was only 15th. Piastri 19th, Jess and Josh with me in the commentary box, Omi's in the pits, Adam's joining soon. It's a bit chaotic as to what we're seeing here, isn't it? We don't actually have a clue what we're going to have as an entryway into the race this weekend, because 1 hour of practice was absolutely no help, and it's between Red Bull, Ferrari and Mercedes, surprisingly. If you want to go first, Jess, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. I mean, it's a bit of a shame for Lance Stroll, isn't it? Not much practice time. I hope he doesn't suffer similar issues to what he saw in Qatar as well. But yeah, one practice session is definitely not enough, but I do prefer watching a sprint than FP2 or FP3, so I will take that any day. But they should get rid of the sprint shootout actually and just do FP2, but other people might beg to differ. But anyway, should be in for a good qualifying session. We got some new liveries this weekend, new updates as well from certain teams like the Haas and the AlphaTauri, for example, and new liveries from Red Bull and Haas and Williams this weekend as well, especially for Logan Sargent's second home Grand Prix of the year.
Yeah, he gets all three, doesn't he? Isn't that such a treat for him as he gets Miami, the United States Grand Prix at Texas and Las Vegas as well. Well, there's nothing really to run forward in the Drivers' and Constructors' Championship. Max has won that, Red Bull have won the Constructors, but Mercedes still holding off Ferrari for second and third. Aston Martin are falling back into the clutches of McLaren, who had a stellar second half of the season. And also Sergio Perez just holding off for second in the Drivers' Championship, trying to hold off that of Lewis Hamilton fighting through. There's a long way to go And Josh T, that man there, chasing this weekend pole position number 32 and victory number 50 of his Formula One career. Can Max Verstappen do it on a track he likes?
Yeah, well, he possibly could. Well, there's Charles Leclerc with his special helmet, but yeah, absolutely stunning season from Max Verstappen, and I don't think he's going to stop here. I think he's definitely going to charge on to get as many race wins as I can hear cars rolling down pit lane, ready for the green light at the end.
20 seconds to go as we see the great flag of the United States of America, the red, white and blue, the stars and stripes behind. Right about 30 minutes away from this circuit is the city of Austin, Texas. Qualifying on a Friday then at 4 p.m. local time. It's time to see what we're going to have as the green light gets ready to go on. And we are underway for the qualifying hour here, a little bit before 4 o'clock officially starts. Sargent and Gasly heading out to the circuit. Remember, this qualifying session is not determined as to how many tyres you are limited to run. You can run a soft, a medium or a hard, whatever you like. It's only tomorrow in the third part of the sprint shootout that you are mandated to use a new tyre compound of either soft or medium. So heading out there right now, the drivers can go out whatever tyres they like, but they do have, of course, fewer sets. So both Alpines out there on used soft tyres, everybody else heading out there so far on new sticker reds of the red C4 tyre compound, Jess. And I think that's what we're going to see. Quite a lot of them just sort of transforming in this first couple of sessions. Get a banker lap in and then go forward from there. I want to say hello to Logan, who's in the chat as well, watching on.
Yes, hello Logan, hope you're doing well. We've got Lando Norris currently on the circuit currently, but yeah, I think there will be banker laps to start with. Some teams will be treating it as a practice session for a little bit before they actually get their final laps in towards the end of Q1 as well. And this is technically what you would expect in FP2 anyway, but yeah, I think first few laps, treat it as a practice session, and after that, full guns are blazing, last 10 minutes, get your laps in to qualify, hopefully, for Q2. Let's hope that Logan Sargent, we're running on board now, can make his Q2 appearance at his home track. So let's see if we can do it.
Three Q2 appearances Sargent's had this year, in that Williams as well. Lance Stroll failing to get out in the last 4 races of qualifying one. Sergio Perez also struggling to get through into Q2 in the last 3 races. He's had a few difficulties in Singapore as well, getting into the last part of Q3. So there's a few things to watch out for. But Josh Sargent on a lap time with the American flag on the back of the car. He heads up 30 metres towards turn number 1. And the important thing for him is now not to have any traffic. But on my side, I'm not getting a driver tracker, but the TV pictures are, as they hurtle through it. You've just got to keep it calm and see what you're going to have.
Yeah, absolutely. Sargent going through the Mickey Mouse section at turn 4 while the next car is down the straight in between turn 11 and turn 12. So Sargent has got no traffic on this first lap. Here he goes now through turn 8 and then through turn 9. An absolutely amazing sector of the track there. Now down into turn 10. It's very easy to lock up and get the braking wrong here.
Got it right in this first sector, and it was a 26.2, so there's a few deltas to be improved upon as he heads down towards turn number 11. I finally got my driver tracker working, which means we'll also get the team radios playing in a second. Hello to Stephen, who says, come on Lewis. Logan says, I've got my CV prepared just in case Aston or Williams are hiring as well. Easily could, just in case. Sargent not exactly going to be staying there for too much longer. You can see the delta times we've opened up for you if you're watching along with us on YouTube and Twitch. Leclerc, good first sector. Difficult to let me know direction. We're hearing from some of the race control stuff. That was from Oscar Piastri on his team radio, but some good first delta times, Jess. Ideally, Sargent's backed out the lap time. That's a disappointment. He was looking quite good to set a stronger time, so he must not like those tyres, and he's out there on 2-lap-old brand new softs as well.
Yeah, I thought he would have carried on to get a delta time ready for for this part of the session, but obviously not. But now I think the first person to get some deltas is Joe and Gasly, who I think set laps. I might be wrong.
Yeah, they have. Gasly's gone third, but it's Bottas, Zhou, Gasly, 1, 2, 3. Ocon's gone fourth. And Stroll's gone into P5, 138.515 for him. So it's a 136.843 from Valtteri Bottas. That's the benchmark time at the moment. Lando Norris is going to change that as he comes across the line and does a 136.640. Sergio Perez up towards turn 1, having a lap time now. He's going to have a good weekend here, Sergio. Rumours going around about his possible retirement from Formula 1 being announced at the Mexico City Grand Prix. Leclerc does a 136.622, so 18 thousandths of a second faster than Lando Norris at the moment. But Perez, Josh, I'll get your thoughts on this actually. He's 3 tenths down now on Leclerc's time. He's out there at the moment on 1 lap old soft tyres. Do you think there's any truth in the rumour that he's going to be leaving Formula 1 at the end of the year? I mean, Red Bull seem to make it clear they're 50-50 on where it is. Hello to Bush1G on Twitch, says, hey, what's up? Hello.
Yeah, it's a difficult one with Perez. He's really been struggling, especially with Daniel Ricciardo. And, well, now Liam Lawson technically breathing down his neck. And, well, Liam Lawson definitely a contender for Sergio Perez's seat, as well as Daniel Ricciardo. But I think it's definitely going to be this or next year will be Sergio Perez's last year. I'm thinking next year, maybe this year.
Next year, I think.
Leclerc's
got some radio there.
Yeah, Leclerc's just, I think that was Leclerc being told how much quicker Perez was in the middle sector, and he was 100th quicker, exactly. Perez out of the last corner then. What's his first banker lap time in the RB19? It's a 1:36.680 in that car. So he goes third fastest. Got held up, though, by Ocon and Bottas coming in towards turn 11 as Adrian Newey watches on the pit wall, the chief technical officer at Red Bull. The man who keeps wandering around the paddock, looking at all the other F1 cars, knowing exactly how to fix them, but can't. He's actually said it breaks his heart seeing machinery that he knows he can fix, but isn't allowed to. And he walks away smiling. Hamilton then, look how worn those tyres are, Jess, coming through. They are not good, and this is his first run in this session as well. They are very old from the previous session.
I think that he used a lot of softs in free practice though, that's probably why. So he's probably using some used tyres. And in the exit turn 2 and 3, he was struggling a little bit on the traction. Now going towards the F section, Ramsden and Maggots and Beckett's and Chapel, he does that alright, but he almost used to go off on the exit. He does have a down on Leclerc now though, so he's not struggling too much. But we haven't seen what Verstappen can do. Shut up, Team Radio. I'm not ready.
Verstappen's done a 1:36.470. So, well, we couldn't hear it anyway because of Hamilton's car, so you're right to walk over it. Verstappen a 1:36.470. He's faster by 1/10.5 to Leclerc. The same gap. Keep cool the tyres, Albon's being told, I think, over the radio. But yeah, the same gap it was this morning in practice. It's the same gap now between Verstappen and Leclerc in that same favour. Now, Hamilton was third fastest this morning, 0.281 off the pace of Max Verstappen. He's 11 thousandths quicker as he comes into turn 13 and 14. Now loops it back around in the lasso section into 17 and 18. This triple right, 16, 17, 18 just brings you in, similar to turn 8 at Turkey, but in the parallel direction. 10 minutes to go in the session. 19 and 20 sneak up on you here. 2 very fast, and he's aquaplane. He's got a big snap on there as Hamilton on his tyres. He managed to correct it, but he's lost time there. Into turn 20, the rear of the car wanting to step out, and Hamilton 5th. He dropped 2 tenths, Jess, in that little snap at 19.
That's because he's probably got some used tyres. We got George Russell on at that time as well.
New tyres.
He had a bit of a snap there as well, but he goes third fastest.
And he was on new tyres as well for Russell, so that's why he's quicker than Hamilton. But that means the Mercedes pace, Josh, is inside that.
Cars coming out of the pit, so
That's Alonso.
it will be difficult for me to respect it. Yeah.
And Hamilton was twitching all along that lap, Josh, but it proves that on good tyres, on new tyres, that Mercedes is up there with the Ferrari and the Red Bulls.
Yeah, definitely, but a massive twitch there through turn 19, and then he continues the lap, he doesn't abort it. And this is Lance Stroll.
Oh my goodness.
What was that? Wheel dust like mad on the new brake calipers.
Good. You don't need any
Brand new
more
brake
tyres, just
caliper,
make
brand
sure
new
you
brakes, I
give yourself some
understand.
margin on your delta, a few cars ahead.
Hulkenberg,
There's a bit of
purple
queuing,
sector
so make sure you're good
2.
on your delta to deal with that queuing. The gap was good last lap.
That's Alonso being told about the Delta. Albon goes 9th, 136.993. But as you say, Jess, Hulkenberg fastest in that middle sector, looking absolutely fantastic as he rides it out of the last two corners. Sargent 15th on a 138.2. Is Hulkenberg about to blow us out the water? He does! 136.235. Brilliant lap time there. Look at that, 136.235, and he's 235 off the faster than Verstappen. Wow.
That is a upgrade. Wow.
New floor on the Haas, of course. That's channeling the air indefinitely. Joe 14th. Go on.
Gasly purple sector 1, but there's one man that we forgot to talk about in qualifying. We talked about it in practice. Daniel Ricciardo is back in Formula 1 after missing a few weeks due to obviously his crash in one of the tracks, and he goes 14th at the moment. Gasly purple sector 1, Josh. Zandvoort, yeah, that's it. Thank you, Josh T.
And Ocon's coming out into third position. Gasly's fastest, as you say, Jess, in the first sector. Green sector 2. Little twitch on a turn 20, opens up the DRS. Goes top! 136.158. That's how fast the new tyres are compared to the old.
Track's evolving.
And lap time deleted for Sargent and Joe. They've both had the lap times deleted. Stroll's gone P6. Alonso goes 13th. Oh dear. So that's not great look, is it?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's a bit alarming. Oh my God, this could be a repeat of Brazil 2022. Do you remember? Yep, Magnussen taking pole position in the dying moments, but that was a drying track, remember? A wet to dry track that changed up quite a lot. But it could be, in terms of parallel, that the track drier and gets faster, more grip down at the end of the sessions. Sainz is 18th, Ricciardo 17th. Sainz is facing Q1 elimination here. And it's so bumpy into turn 1. So bumpy.
I think we can excuse Ricciardo this weekend because he hasn't been in an F1 car in like weeks. So
Yeah.
he's still getting used to it. I think he would have wanted more free practice sessions. So give Ricciardo a bit of stick this weekend, I think.
Sainz fastest first sector, 25.751. So looks like the Ferrari problems weren't affecting much out of turn 8. That nasty bump across the line that caught Piastri out this morning, still there, and it almost caught Carlos Sainz as he comes in towards turn 11, swoops the car in out of the V hairpin, and then powers it down with that Ferrari grunt down towards turn number 12. And the different shades of tarmac, Josh. Sainz looking quite fast here.
Yeah, he really is. Got purple sector 1 as he comes in towards turn 12 at the end of the long straight. And nice corner there. Try and not get it wide. He's 8 tenths up, Josh.
Wow.
That's on Albon.
Who says it's not
So
going to...
that would put him P2 or 3.
Who says crime doesn't
What
pay?
about the flap, Daniel? How was the balance?
This is looking great so far.
We could come up a little bit on flat.
Sainz passing the
Where's
turkey
Alonso?
section, as I like to call it. Leclerc goes top. Leclerc goes top. Let's see if Sainz can do any better as he exits the final corner. A bit twitchy on the exit once again. He goes top as well.
Great.
Ferrari's back.
This is looking good, but where is Verstappen? P5 at the moment, still in the pit lane, 5 to go. Albon, Magnussen, Ricciardo, Joe, Sargent in the drop zone. Ferrari 1-2. Fred Vasseur watching on, just keeping tight-lipped about what's happened over there. Reminds me of Jean Todt, that actually, looking on the pit wall. You know, they're both French, but they're not related. They look very similar sat on that pit wall. And this is Carlos Sainz, going to P1 through the Mickey Mouse section. Did he go off the track? No, that car just looking planted, actually, through that section. That's a really strong lap time from Sainz. Ted's in the pits.
Brilliant.
As you say, everybody in the pits now just to cool off and to change tyres, put another splash, 3 laps or so worth of fuel back in the car. But I think it's going to be, you're going to need below a 36.5. A 36.5 and you'll be safe into this next one. But I think everybody, Crofty, is going to go again.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
they're
that-
going to need to give.
I think that's right, isn't it?
They've got to because of track involvement.
Really is going to be a strong session. Charles Leclerc staying second. This is looking a bit tense. Bit close, bit tense, bit good. Fingers. Oh,
We think your current lap time is on the bubble. That's 36.4, so you know what you have to do.
Go far.
36.4. So there's still problems arising. Verstappen's going to have to go out again. They're in trouble.
I think everyone from 4th downwards needs to go again.
I'm agreeing with you.
What do you think?
I'm agreeing.
I think the only one that's safe, in my opinion, are the 2 Ferraris.
They're the benchmarks.
Yep. I know Verstappen can get a lap in when the pressure's on, so I'm expecting him to go into the next part of qualifying.
Trying to look at the deltas, and it's not providing that much information to us as to what we need to
By
see.
the way, this is a designed livery from the fans of Red Bull. It does look really nice, by the way.
They'll keep on pushing.
Oh my goodness!
That's a massive traffic jam, and Verstappen's on a lap time now, and they're all out there in that first sector. Verstappen's about to get mugged in that first sector. 3 cars ahead of him, Ricciardo and Leclerc, and they're going to be right there in the middle of the track. Ricciardo just gets out of the way, Leclerc does too. But Verstappen's now got Joe Hulkenberg Norris just ahead. This is not the great lap time that Verstappen wanted.
Saying that, he's purple sector 1.
Oh,
Josh B.
Danny Rick does like to tease me, doesn't he? Sorry, and so does Max Verstappen. Verstappen,
He took the first sector really nicely though, even trying to avoid that traffic. So there should be more time in him on that lap.
well, he's got now traffic ahead of Hulkenberg, but it should be easily done.
There was a problem in 5 and 6. Do you see that?
Let me come back to you.
No,
Last sector, did he say, or first sector?
Last sector.
If you need, we can change the strat and it will be fine for turns 5.
First sector, Jess, you're right.
Copy.
So it was the first
No, I
sector
had-
for Leclerc.
5 to 6.
Yeah, so that's the first sector through the Mickey Mouse section. Leclerc wasn't happy.
Yeah. I think there's certain. I think you look watching certain drivers. I would feel the same, to be honest.
You said this morning, Jess, about how everyone's bumping in that first sector. That's where the worst of the track conditions are, up the hill.
And we thought we would. I thought we would got rid of the porpoising issue, but turns out no.
Let's see what Verstappen's going to do.
Lap is looking very good.
It is good. It's a 1:35.346. That is 4 tenths quicker than Carlos Sainz. Perez third. Perez third. That's better. 1:35.989. It's a bit of a calm end to this session. There's Hamilton.
Yeah, it was getting a bit tighter now, Fernando. We might have to go past 1 car at least.
Alonso being.
but it's Lando.
Yeah, that's Lando Norris. I think.
Oh, look at this! Hamilton's out by 3.5 tenths in the middle sector compared to Verstappen. This is a really good run from Lewis. He got a lovely toe down towards turn 12. Fastest of
Is that
all.
from his teammate?
Yeah, I think it was, because Russell's right behind, isn't he? So, yes, it was. Russell's given him a lovely toe. Now, don't mess it up into 19 and 20. Gets it in, hits 19, right? Doesn't go off the track for track limits. Into the last corner.
I don't think it's faster than Verstappen.
Hamilton's across the line, and he is faster than Verstappen. 1:35.091. He's 2.5 tenths faster. That's a big wake-up call. Albon goes 8th. Now that's a big wake-up call for Red Bull as the checkered flag comes out, because that could put him out if the track's improving that much. Russell, 11th across the line.
Verstappen traffic though.
Yeah, so Sainz has done enough. He's third. Russell goes 7th. Alonso's at risk. Sargent hasn't set a time. Sargent kicks out Alonso. Bottas now at risk. We've got Norris P12.
That time deleted.
Ah,
I'm
so
not sure who.
and Stroll for failing to follow his race directions.
Norris
Time
P2.
1:35. That's great. 19 thousandths off the pace of Hamilton. Joe's 20th at the moment. Hulkenberg coming across the line.
On Hulky.
Stays 9th. Doesn't improve. Joe's the big one though. Does he kick Bottas out, his own teammate? Yes. 6th. And now Sargent's on the bubble. Ricciardo looking stronger. Coming out the last corners now. 1:30.
20 seconds. Albon 2.
Stroll's really not happy about it.
Go now, go now.
Here comes Ricciardo. He goes through. Stunning lap time from Danny Ricciardo. Track improving massively. Magnussen goes 6th. Verstappen might just be safe. Piastri's in trouble. Bottas goes 9th. Stroll's facing a 5th Q1 elimination in a row here, but it's only 63 thousandths between him and Ocon. It's a 10th between Ocon and Piastri. Tsunoda goes 5th. Tsunoda goes into 6th position. Now 5th. As Hulkenberg's had his lap. Hulkenberg's had his lap time deleted. Piastri goes 10th. Hulkenberg's lap deleted. He's put Tsunoda 5th. Piastri goes through. Albon's in trouble here. Here comes Esteban Ocon across the line. He goes through. Out goes Hulkenberg.
There's 3 more cars still
Alonso.
circulating.
Stroll's out. And Alonso's out. Both Aston Martins for the first time in 2023 are eliminated from qualifying. And for the 5th time in a row, Lance Stroll is eliminated in the opening part. 2 sprint races in a row, 2 Q1 eliminations on a Friday in a row, 5 in total. Hulkenberg is out as well. Alonso, Albon, Stroll and Sargent eliminated. Ricciardo goes through. Russell got close in 14th. What a Q1 that was!
Wow.
That changed a lot at the end, but Hamilton top, 135.091, and Stephen's happy about that one.
He's like, yes, Sue. A British one too as well.
Oh, and our signals crashed for TV cameras, apparently. Sorry about that.
Both cars out.
We can still see it.
No reply.
Oh, Stroll's not replying. No, our battles, we've lost coverage. OBS has crashed. We've lost OBS on the stream. Really bad storm with weather, and it has interfered with our systems. We just lost it at the end of the session there. We have got back up and running, I'm delighted to say, so full coverage.
It's still loading from YouTube. Oh no, it's fine now.
Yep, all good, all good. So we'll double check that it's all back and running, and we'll hand back over to Sky Sports F1 as the green light goes on. And the second part of qualifying is underway, so the cars are going to head out onto the circuit. We're going to get all our systems sorted. And Jess, it's now a very crucial session for Q2 to get underway because they've all got to be very careful that they don't miss out on any other incidents out there on the circuit. It's only 15 minutes, of course, in this next session.
Yes, indeed. And with Track Evolution, we saw that in Q1. They've got to get out at the right time. And we saw that track coming out of the pit lane as well. So, luckily, Verstappen was very lucky with that. Obviously, he is the driver that he is. He likes doing that. Obviously, Lewis Hamilton set a very good lap. And Ferrari's looking quick as well. Russell as well on the bubble. So, we need to improve in this qualifying session. Let's see what Danny Rick can do in Q2 because he got through the first part, which was great. Both AlphaTauris were looking quite good in Q1 as well, so maybe the upgrades are working there as well. And yeah, I was about to say, yeah, we're going to Ted Kravitz, but we're not, because it's showing the onboard. So yeah, we're not going to Ted Kravitz yet.
Not just yet, but we will in just a second as the session gets underway.
Okay, Max Verstappen.
I'm just hearing some other stuff as well coming through as we're just getting our systems back up and running. So we're just sort of on basic systems at the moment. So I apologise if things are a little bit different as we wait to get going. The session's underway. The cars are heading out to the track. But it's interesting enough to see that it's Hamilton. No, but we lost Hulkenberg, Alonso, Albon, Stroll, Sargent.
Really low intensity.
Ted's in the pits.
I'm gonna swap in a minute.
Extra frustration with Fernando Alonso, to add to what Anthony was saying, there didn't seem to be anything ostensibly wrong with the lap, was that they were just trying to get in the way, get out of the way of other cars, to respect the race director's notes on minimum times. And at one point Alonso's engineer was saying, look, I'm sorry Fernando, you are going to have to overtake people, gentleman's agreement or not. And I think had they had a clean lap with not having to allow for traffic and other cars, Aston feel that Fernando would have got through. That probably adds to the frustration. It might seem like a big scalp falling, Crofty, but I don't think it's representative of the pace of the car.
I think it had to be done as well, as we're joined now in the commentary box by Adam Limridge, our resident American. Hello, Adam. Welcome to you. You've been watching Quali. How are you? You okay? You doing good?
Oh yeah, Josh. Actually, I just got home from work, so what a perfect way to spend my Friday hanging with you guys, and looking forward to joining you, Josh, for a little action from the land down under in Australia for the MotoGP Australian Grand Prix from Phillip Island in a little while. So yeah, and I think this weekend it's going to be Max Verstappen, taking the win, because we all know how good he is here. So yeah, it's been quite an interesting weekend so far. Red Bull has a new livery, the Stars and Stripes. I gotta say, I like it.
It does look cool. It looks mega cool as well. Just hearing information at the moment that incident involving Tsunoda, Ricciardo and Stroll will be investigated after the session for failing to follow the race director's instructions of the maximum delta time. So already, Josh, more problems arising for everybody not getting that rule right.
Yeah, we had this last weekend as well, but most of them were no further action, but that might be because of all of the changes and the absolute chaos of a weekend that was. And it's a little bit like that 2021 Grand Prix. It's going to be a Grand Prix not to be mentioned about how chaotic it was, but we'll have to see what the stewards decide it shall be this time, as Leclerc is on a lap time and looking fast, but he's just had his purple sector 2 taken away from him.
Yeah, so we've got faster cars coming through. That's for Max Verstappen. Leclerc's first lap time is a 1:35.888. Sainz just behind him, coming across the line in the secondary Ferrari, and his opening gambit of the session is a 1:36.245. So everyone's slow at the moment in their session, Adam. But who's your money on for pole position? Who have you been keeping an eye on?
It's gotta be Max Verstappen. I mean, with the season he's had, how good he is here in Austin. I think Max Verstappen and tomorrow for the sprint race. I know last time I had McLaren winning with Oscar Piastri, but I think I think he wins the sprint race tomorrow and the Grand Prix on Sunday.
Good calls,
Piastri.
good calls. Piastri goes top as well, as you say. Josh T, take us through it.
Yeah, Piastri 1:35.576 up top, but here comes Verstappen round the final corner. Keep it within track limits. Oh, that was a little bit too close. He goes top by 85 thousandths of a second, but look at Pierre Gasly. He's got a purple sector 1, a green sector 2. He's coming through the triple right-hander into the penultimate corner, now through turn 19. That was clean, and up towards the final corner.
Looking good so far, as we're back up and running now with our full equipment after that little crash at the end of the session. Here comes Gasly, goes third, 1:35.621. Perez looking stronger as well into it. Jess is back in the back rooms now as well, towards the pit lane. Perez coming down. Jess, what do you think? Who's going to be the surprise elimination from this session?
I think, after looking at the times, I think Russell is going to be knocked out of Q2.
Good call. I'm liking the sound of that one.
I'll
Hamilton.
agree with you, Jess.
Hamilton in the way there. What about Perez, Adam? Could he go? Perez has had a couple of Q1 DNFs, Q2 DNFs this year.
Yeah, and he shook off. It's called. He shook off that retirement news, or about him retiring in Mexico. So so it's nice to I could see either George Russell or Checo out in Q2.
Charles Leclerc's. Sorry, Lando Norris.
No, it's not independent on track, I think.
Okay, no lap time deleted. Everything is fine.
Yeah, they've got the same thing as I did. That was Leclerc's radio. It flashed up with Charles Leclerc lap time deleted, then it got deleted itself. It is actually Lando Norris who's had a lap time deleted for turn 19. So that's put him down into the last position. Carlos Sainz, 14th, and this was him through into turns 12 and 13, and into 14, getting blocked by one of the AlphaTauris.
Yes, Sonoda didn't get out of the way in turn 15. He forced me over line.
Okay,
Should be no problem. He should flag that.
we're flagged in.
Pot kettle black for Carlos Sainz there. The amount of times this year he's blocked others in qualifying. I think he's got the record, hasn't he, for most warnings on the track in a single session?
I think so. Oh yeah. I want to get your guys' opinion on some American top stars investing in Alpine, like Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes from the NFL.
Okay,
Should be no problem. He should flag that.
yeah, we're flagged in.
Go again, Adam.
I said I want to get your guys' opinion on some top Americans like Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes in the NFL, and Roy McIlroy investing in Alpine. What's your guys' take on it?
Right. Okay. Kate, I hope you're watching right now. For Travis Kelce to be involved in Formula One, for Taylor Swift fans, it is beyond their wildest dreams.
Check the dog 10-12.
Yeah, copy.
Just got some two radio in the background there. So, yeah. It's filled the blank space of having a few Americans around. And
Still P3 with that lap, mate.
truly the...
There's a good
Hey.
310.
Yeah, middle sector. 2 tenths to gain compared to Esteban, 3 tenths to P1.
truly is the like...
Spoke service day. Negative on your delta. Boxing this lap, please.
Flipping hate Team Radio.
There's not braking and late entry. I don't know what's happening with the engine.
There's loads.
Someone tell the Team Radio people to just shut up every now and then. Right. It is beyond the wildest dreams to have everyone in there at Alpine. It's creating the great American dynasty as well, isn't it? Or dynasty, wherever part of the world you're in. Because you've got, for Taylor Swift fans, you've got Ryan Reynolds, who's already a member of Alpine. You've now got Travis Kelce. How long until she turns up? How long until Taylor Swift turns up? And I know...
To Yuki, you have still a bit of room to break around 5 meters later in turn 1. And the other place where he is a bit faster is through the high-speed sections. He's generally able to carry more speed in the front.
We're not needed. We're just not... Let's hear from Norris. Here's another one.
Force wide.
Yeah, I got traffic. Completely put me off.
Oh, didn't.
Yeah, he had a plenty big enough gap ahead of him. He just got too close in the corner.
And
Understood. We're on it.
that was Norris making a mistake and then immediately blaming his teammate who was ahead of him. Yeah, didn't get over it. Now, I've got the... Joshua, we should invest in Andretti when it comes to F1. Surely we have all the cash right now. Yeah, Andretti apparently... I saw an interview earlier on Sky. Andretti have got enough cash. They've got loads of investors coming in. But if Alpine are going to have the Taylor Swift lot, how long until she appears? That's what I'm saying. I'd love it if she did. Really would.
Sure. I'd like... Now, for me, it's called... Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, obviously their schedules would have to coordinate since, you know, they play with the Kansas City Chiefs and they're a really good NFL team. So, I mean, we could see them, you know, in the offseason. But when I heard that, and Roy McIlroy, I was like, okay, I can get on board with this. I think it'd be pretty cool. I mean, we've seen NFL stars at like the Miami Grand Prix earlier this year and last year. So who knows who could turn up on the streets of Vegas in November. So yeah, it's going to be quite interesting.
I have had a look at Taylor Swift's tour dates, and it is actually, unfortunately, she's in Rio de Janeiro at that time. So she won't be, I don't think she'll get to Vegas and back in time. So well, who knows, it's a Saturday race. But she is performing, and it is Saturday night, so who knows. She made it to SNL, didn't she, last week, so who knows.
Yes, she did. And we do have a comment in the chat from our good friend, Matthew Owen says, hello, everyone, and welcome to America. So, Matthew, thanks so much for joining in. It's going to be... You'd like to see F1 Academy on TV this weekend, you know, across the globe. And next year, it's going one of the races is going to be held on the streets of Miami when Formula One is there. So hopefully the Miami round will be televised like it is this weekend in Austin. Since
it's all going to be streamed next year.
Yeehaw! Thanks, Jess. appreciate that.
Yeah.
Jess is leading our F1 Academy Series commentary. I'll be joining her for qualifying. Megan will be with her for race 1 and race 2. And then Megan will be leading race 3 with me alongside on Sunday, while Jess actually does some racing and commentating as well.
One Hub
esports.
Racing
Yep, there you
for
go.
the win.
The One Hub Racing. Hang on a minute.
Because we're moving times. We
That's
had
good,
to
yeah.
move times due to the clash of... It's Singapore, believe it or not. So,
Oh, I
yeah.
like Singapore. Nice.
This session has...
Spectators
Yeah.
at the circuit just got interrupted by an Amber Alert on their phone
Really? Why?
for a child abduction possibility.
What, right now?
Literally
Oh my word.
8 minutes ago in the area of the circuit.
Best of luck for everybody finding that child. Charles Leclerc is... Charles Leclerc across the line. He's 9th to 1st by 4/10. Now, finally, we're seeing the real times in this session. So 1:35.004 from Charles Leclerc. So if that Amber Alert, if you're listening to us at the circuit, I know people do, keep an eye out. It's a large capacity crowd here. We're expecting over 400,000 people here. It's sold out every single day. As Sainz comes across the line, he goes up into second position at 1:35.302 as well. I think actually, I've just read that on Twitter, actually, same thing. So yeah, Josh T's right. Ferrari 1-2 then. Verstappen's on a better lap, 25.458 in the first sector, 38.296 second sector. So Verstappen's improving out there. As we look at Danny Ricciardo in the drop zone with a minute to go. Bottas, Ricciardo, Magnussen, Zhou and Norris. As they come through, can Hamilton do anything? But now, everyone's out there on brand new tyres. I don't know where to look in this race. It's looking fantastic once more. Zhou, down on the brakes, flicks the car in into turn 12. Verstappen was... Oh my word! It's a 1:35.008. 4 thousandths of a second separate Leclerc and Verstappen to a 004 to a 008. What a time!
I wish it was a 007.
We've had
Hamilton
Literally
Vettel.
about to say, we're going to get a 007.
We've how many?
Well, you guys are talking at the same time.
How many times this year have we had a 007? How many times in qualifying has that appeared? I'll tell you how many, quite a lot. Checkered flag is out. Zhou goes 9th. Now, Tsunoda will be the first to meet this checkered flag. Lights out the corner. He goes 9th. 1:35.697 for Tsunoda. So Bottas 13th. He's out of it. Hamilton and Russell both facing Q2 eliminations here. Russell's down on Zhou's time. Hamilton is up. So maybe Jess's prediction is going to be spot on with George Russell not making it through. Gasly goes P5, 1:35.496. Hamilton, a little bit off the mark into the last corner, comes across the line, goes up to third, 1:35.240, moves up within 2/10. But what about Russell? Russell comes across the line. Is he out in qualifying? Oh, he's at risk. He's P9. Zhou, Magnussen, Ricciardo still on lap times. Perez still to improve as well. Perez could face elimination here. He's 10th. Here comes Esteban Ocon. He's 8th. Improves to 5th. 1:35.413. Zhou, Magnussen and Ricciardo, well, they're not doing great lap times. I think that might be it. Zhou, Magnussen, Ricciardo all down in the first sector and down in the second. That is it. So Russell squeaks through. Tsunoda, Zhou, Bottas, Magnussen and Ricciardo are eliminated. Leclerc tops Q2. Verstappen still yet to top a qualifying. It was Hamilton Q1, Leclerc Q2, Verstappen second fastest, Hamilton third. Sainz, Ocon, Norris, Gasly, Piastri, Russell, Perez, the top 10. Adam, that's very surprising. Verstappen not getting a clean run in qualifying.
Yeah, that is truly surprising to us because we know how good Max Verstappen is here regarding qualifying. So to have him not lead a session, I am shocked. We've got Q3 coming up, so we know. So I think Max Verstappen is gonna put all his eggs in one basket and go for broke.
Josh, I think it's Verstappen's now, really, with an open goal to get pole position number 32 of his career, going to have to win 50. But is it anywhere? Leclerc, Hamilton, one of the two? Could they take it? Is it a realm of possibility?
Yeah, definitely. And Verstappen with an open goal, as you said, and I'm definitely not going to be there. My wrist has been battered the last couple of days from being pelted up by footballs, which is always good. What I will say is don't have 3 of the hardest kickers at the same place, aiming for the same goal, and you're the target. Don't do that.
There's a football advert arching on the television right now. Okay, so the end of Q1 then. Q2. Tsunoda, Zhou, Bottas, Magnussen, Ricciardo eliminated. We've already lost Hülkenberg, Alonso, Albon, Stroll and Sargent. The top 10 going through. Leclerc, Verstappen, Hamilton, Sainz, Ocon, Norris, Gasly, Piastri, Russell, Perez. Your thoughts, Jess? Jess?
I think Jess is muted.
Okay, Valtteri, so I confirm we're P13. We have Joe in P12, 1/10 ahead, mostly in second.
The team radio.
Sorry about that. I was on mute for a bit. I apologise.
It's all right, team radio came through anyway.
Russell got in and the skin of his teeth. So did Perez. I think Verstappen's going to be pole, but Lewis looking very good as well. So is the 2 Ferraris. I know I keep saying that, but it's going to fight between them for pole position. But yeah, I'm going to agree with Adam on this one and go for Max Verstappen. Sorry for not responding too much. I'm getting my notes prepped, so it's all ready for later.
No worries, you're leading our coverage. You are leading our coverage of it all. So it is A-OK. We're coming back, actually, so we're going to take this little break. We've got 2-3 minutes. Let's check in with Sky Sports F1 and hand over to David Croft.
Well, welcome back to Austin. We've had 2 parts of qualifying and we've lost 10 drivers, and both Aston Martin pilots were in that first elimination in Q1. Fernando Alonso and Lance Stroll are out. Let's hear from them.
Lance, well, you had it all to do after such a difficult morning in practice. What was qualifying like out there?
Yeah, it didn't feel like it was a bad session. I think I actually felt like I was okay in the car, and even after no running in FP1, I felt like I got to grips with the car pretty quickly. But yeah, we just weren't quick enough.
Were you surprised by that pace heading into the weekend? Did you hope for a little bit more, especially with the upgrade?
Yeah, I was hoping for more, for sure.
Very close.
Is it a track where you can overtake? Looking forward, obviously, to Sunday and the
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's definitely opportunity here on Sunday, so we'll see what we can do.
Great stuff. Thank you. Fernando, really tough to see you out so early in qualifying. It was only a fraction in it. What kind of happened out there? Was that the maximum performance, or just not get the clean lap in?
No, it was the maximum. I think, yeah, the lap was not ideal. The out lap, especially the traffic, was very bad managed. I think I crossed the line within 1 second of the limit, so I started the lap too close to the cars in front. So that didn't help, but the lap felt okay, and yeah, the pace was maybe not good enough to be into Q2, and let's see tomorrow if we can make a good sprint, because Sunday race is heavily compromised now.
I know that you're on the back foot a little bit because you had a lot of problems in practice earlier today. Do you feel like you just don't quite have a feel of this car at the minute?
Sure. I mean, we should go back and repeat the day completely, starting from the morning. We had a terrible session. Lance didn't complete any lap. I did only 6 or 7 quality laps with a new package. Too many unknowns in terms of how to operate the package and the new car. So, yeah, I think we went a little bit blind into qualifying, and obviously we see the results. So, nothing we can do now. We are in Parc Fermé. We use these weekends as a test for next year as well, even if they are painful. So let's see what we can learn in the remaining sessions.
I'm sure we'd like to go back and repeat it. Sprint weekend, don't get that chance, Martin, that luxury. But that said, despite their problems, the pace just didn't look like it was there for them at all.
No, I think Fernando's saying maybe we shouldn't have bought this package here. On a sprint weekend, we didn't get any information from one car. We've not energized. We're not making the car work, and we're paying a heavy price for that. And remember, at the beginning of the season, it looked like Fernando Alonso in an Aston Martin was the only thing that could hold a candle to Max Verstappen.
But when you're chasing the points, as they have to now, because they're fearing they're going to lose that fourth place to McLaren after McLaren's resurgence, well, you have to take the gamble. Maybe the gamble didn't work. Let's head to the Sky Pad.
Yeah, just a few things to look at there, Crofty. So first of all, George Russell seems to be struggling the rear end of the car in turn 13 there. It's subtle, but it's just enough to spook a driver and take their confidence away. And we've seen this repeatedly today, that he hasn't got the same speed so far as his teammate Lewis Hamilton. Just this moment with Lando Norris. Yes, he's got the traffic in front of him, but he hits the inside curve so hard that it throws the car offline. Now, the reason he went into probably early into that corner is because he was expecting turbulence and expecting understeer, but it's the curve that actually sent him off the track. Back to you, Crofty.
And we are underway with the green light at the end of the pit lane, which means the final part of qualifying is underway here for the 2023 United States Grand Prix. The Sunday qualifying session this is. Tomorrow the sprint race is a separate ordeal. And we will go now with Leclerc, Verstappen, Sainz, Norris, Piastri, Hamilton, Ocon, Gasly, Russell and Perez, the top 10 in this session. Picks for pole then. Let's start off with Adam. Who's your pick up pole?
Stop it.
I have to say that again. You cut off, I'm afraid.
I said it's going to be the Red Bull of F1 World Champion. Max Verstappen.
Same here, I agree.
Okay, Josh T.
I'm going to go Lewis Hamilton.
Oh, bold call. I know Omi said don't under any circumstances throw down to him, so I'm going to give him an opportunity to interrupt me and just say who he is. Oh, he's muted deafened.
He's deafened.
All right, well, let's go down to Ted.
Bear that in mind, though, for Lando, for Oscar Piastri and George and Ocon, used tyres on this first attempt. Max Verstappen, is it so tight that he could lose pole position here today? Yes, it is. What was the problem last time? Understeer. That's what he reported back. Unusually, he said, on that set of tyres in Q2, it just gave the car understeer, Crofty. And we know how Max hates understeer. And I tell you somebody else who wants to do today over again. And I know you like your numbers, and that's Zhou Guanyu, because he was out-qualified by Yuki Tsunoda by 1,000th of a second. 135.697 for Tsunoda, 135.698 for Zhou.
He's right. He's right. You can see it right there on your screens. If you're watching along with us on Twitch and YouTube on JB Motorsports, you are bang on. There's Christian Horner. He's on the pit wall this weekend for Sky Sports F1. So we'll be hearing through him throughout the race. And away we go then for the first of the qualifying rounds. Everyone out there on brand new tyres, except for Ocon, Norris, Gasly, Piastri, Russell. They're out there on 3-lap-old tyres. Piastri's is 2-lap-old on that run. But Verstappen out there straight away. Brand new tyres into the Mickey Mouse section already. Controlling the slipstream beautifully. Sparks flying. He was complaining of understeer, we hear Ted say. But so far, Adam, it kind of looks planted. First sector, 25.332. That Red Bull's good.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth, Josh. The way Max Verstappen looking right now, if he doesn't win the pole position for Sunday, I don't know what to say. It's called he's looking strong in it. Purple sector 1. That usually means that that's good. That's really good.
Fastest sector 2, 38.323 as well. Leclerc, however, in the mini sectors I'm looking at on my timing screen here, he is fastest in the middle sector and gets it. He's 0.2 faster than Verstappen. So this is in the middle sector. Verstappen's lost out on time, and that is down the back straight towards turn number 12, where the Red Bull is usually the strongest. The Ferrari seems to have the legs. Verstappen, though, will pick it up. Oh, a little twitch coming out of turn 20, nearly sends him off the track. It's a 135.081 then. As the opening gambit, what can Ferrari do? What can Charles Leclerc do as he's into the left at 19, into the left at 20. Last corner on the circuit. Down into third gear, 65 mile an hour, full throttle at the exit, and it's a P1 by 2.5 tenths of a second. 134.829. Norris comes across the line third, 7 tenths off of Verstappen. Now, Josh, that's a big gamble, but Can Sainz get anywhere near Verstappen? If he can, then Leclerc might have just stolen a margin.
Yeah, well, here comes Sainz across the line. He goes third for 135.174, but that is big from Charles Leclerc. And this, I believe, is Oscar Piastri. He comes across the line, goes fifth, just behind his teammate Lando Norris for 135.761. Norris doing a 135.705, so very close. Less than a tenth in it between the two McLarens, and Ocon goes sixth.
This is looking like, Adam, Leclerc's got something in that second sector. That straight, he's faster, but Verstappen down a straight, Red Bull not the fastest. That's the first time we've said that all season long. Yes, they were qualified in Singapore badly, but in terms of a proper racetrack, this is the first time they look neutered.
Yeah, I was really surprised that Max Verstappen on the straights wasn't fast like we all predicted. I mean, maybe Ferrari's got something for Red Bull this weekend.
Oh, look at Hamilton! Hamilton's gone second! 134.885. He's quicker too. He's 2 tenths quicker than Verstappen. What has happened to Red Bull? Fastest in practice one this morning, and now Ferrari and Mercedes have gone. Hello.
Need to clean up sector top.
Where did that come from? And look at that. Hamilton was fastest until the third sector, Adam. So Ferrari have the second and third sector.
I am shocked. I am completely shocked. I have no words. I mean, this is shocking. Because Jess and I said Max Verstappen on pole, and Josh T said Lewis Hamilton. So I am shocked.
What percent in the last corner? He was miles ahead. Is that Perez? It was. Max is complaining that Perez blocked him in the last corner, but he's miles ahead, Josh. Miles ahead.
Yeah, that's a whole that gap's a whole loop of the M25 Max. But Russell lap time deleted. That was a 135.682. But Max Verstappen, we said.
What percent in the last corner?
Are we sure that's not Yuki Tsunoda?
but
yeah, that was. With Max Verstappen, we were saying, we were thinking that Las Vegas was going to be a weak track for Max Verstappen. We never thought Austin.
He's won here twice.
5 minutes to go.
Won here twice. That did not see this coming.
Max Verstappen is going to walk away with it and win it on Sunday. I'm calling it now.
Alright, you heard it here, folks.
Oh, Perez!
I'm calling it now. He'll pull it together in the race. Trust me.
Perez has just said over the radio that the car's pulling everywhere. He can't control it. Oh!
So is there a problem with the Red Bull?
Well, Max was complaining. We heard from Ted of Understeer. Now, Sergio's saying that the car's pulling everywhere. I wonder if there's a setup issue because Perez is 6 tenths off the pace of Leclerc. Verstappen's 2.5 tenths off the pace of Leclerc.
Parc Fermé's on, remember?
Yeah,
that is true.
They are in Parc Fermé.
So they can't do anything. No setup. Now, Parc Fermé was withdrawn last time out at the sale. It was taken aback because it was a new track configuration. So they had 10 minutes extra practice. Then they went back into Parc Fermé for new setup changes when the sprint session started. As of now, the cars are locked in for the rest of the weekend. And Russell at turn 8. Oh, he's off the track there. Did his lap time get... Yes, it did. Lap time deleted for Russell. He's gone back down to 10th place now in the standings for track limits at turn 8. Just millimetres off the side there.
That was so close there from George Russell.
Here comes the... I'm hearing over the radio that they've changed something on the rear of the Red Bull. So I don't know what they've changed, but they can't do much under Parc Fermé. Presumably, it will be something to do with brake bias, like the magic pedal. So that's all they can change, can't they, during the race? So they've just changed that setting. Maybe pull it back a little bit just to control that rear of the car. Well, the Red Bull, that looks so planted. He's having problems at one of the fastest tracks in the world. This is not great. COTA struggles for tracks like this. There's the Lone Star flag. Here's our previous poles here. Sainz was on pole last year until he got spun round by Russell and Hamilton at turn 1. Verstappen was on pole 21. Didn't race here in 2020 due to COVID, but Bottas was 19, Hamilton 18 and 17. So can Sainz do a double, or will Leclerc take his first ever pole here at COTA? Can Verstappen take his second pole at COTA to go alongside 2021? Hamilton looking for pole position, number 105 of his Formula One career. Has had a pole position this year, of course, back at the, oh, correct me, but I want to say Spanish Grand Prix was the last time Hamilton was on pole. And I'm thinking...
Russell is 10th.
He's that time deleted, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh. Suddenly this feels like a Friday evening worth of it, doesn't it? It's 11 o'clock here in the UK coming up. It's 5 p.m. over there in COTA. And suddenly it's just a bit tense. I don't know. This is going to be crucial. They're only going to get one lap as well, Adam, so if Verstappen twitches like he did last time, it's done. And Leclerc's on that last lap now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and for all of you who are watching, it's 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for me here in North Carolina in the United States. So, and then coming up at 7 p.m., Josh and I are going to take you through MotoGP practice and qualifying for the Australian Grand Prix, and it is, to me, it's a heavyweight title fight.
Yeah.
Between Jorge
And the race is
Martin
being
and
moved.
Pecco Bagnaia, so.
Sorry, he's locked up! Verstappen locked up into turn 1! He's locked up! I said it would be a small error! Coming up into turn 1, 30.6 metre elevation, and he locked up on the front left tyre! And now it's gonna, how much did it cost him in the first sector? Well, he's up by 20 thousandths, but that was so tight, just a lock up, and that's all it would take. Wow! Just small. Sorry to cut across you there, Adam. I'll allow you to finish your sentence.
Yeah, looking forward to joining you, Josh, for some intense MotoGP action from the land down under. So stick around, folks. It's a heavyweight title fight between Jorge Martin. I call him Mr. Sprint Race after the way he's looked in the sprint race lately, and Pecco Bagnaia. So I can't think of a better place to have, to continue the title fight than a beautiful Phillip Island.
And Leclerc goes pole. Charles Leclerc takes provisional pole position. It's a 1:34.723. Checkered flag is out. Can Max Verstappen do anything about it? His middle sector, Norris is second. Lando Norris is second. 1:34.853. Verstappen's down in 5th at the moment. Is he going to steal pole position? He's a bit wide through 19. Into turn 20. Coming across the line. Has he managed to get it? Little close to the exit. Yes! By 5 thousandths! 5 thousandths of a second! Hamilton, can he respond? First sector, 25.4. Second sector, not looking that great. Piastri goes 7th. Ocon's P9. 5 thousandths of a second, and he's had it deleted. Is that true? 1:34.78. He has! Lap time deleted from Max Verstappen for track limits. Ocon goes 6th. That will be 5th. But Max Verstappen has track limits. He will not be on pole position. Charles Leclerc has pole position, number 20, unless Lewis Hamilton can do anything. It's a front row of Leclerc and Norris. Russell's good.
Turn 19.
Perez up to 8th. Across the line for Lewis Hamilton. Pole 105 is no.
No.
Charles Leclerc has pole position for the United States Grand Prix. His 3rd pole of the year. Russell goes 5th ahead of Verstappen, who has his lap time deleted for track limits. It's Ferrari on pole here in COTA, and Red Bull, for the 2nd time this year, are vulnerable.
3 constructors in the top 3, and none of them are Red Bull.
Lap time deleted.
And 2 of them.
Wow.
And 2 of the top 3, Josh, have Mercedes engines.
That is true. Yes. Norris and Hamilton. Adam, Didn't expect that. He took it by 5 thousandths, and just as quickly as he got it taken away.
Folks, stick with us on Sunday because you want to attend the United States Grand Prix at COTA. You're about to get it because
that lap time is deleted for limits at turn 19. Would have been P1. It is P6.
Mac, ready.
Yeah, that was off the line.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, Infomax. That lap time is deleted for limits at turn 19. Would have been P1. It is P6.
Nothing extra. Sometimes there is. Yeah. Wow. Pole position number 20 for Charles Leclerc. It's Leclerc Norris 1-2. Well, I hope, Kate, I hope you're awake watching this and you didn't fall asleep because your top two in Formula 1 are 1-2 on the grid for Sunday's race. What an amazing achievement. Hamilton third, Sainz fourth, Russell fifth. Adam, this is a great race. It's shaping up for Sunday. And we've got the sprint tomorrow.
yes, Josh, yes, we sure do. And tomorrow, folks, is the sprint shootout and then the sprint race later on that day. So if you like what you saw tonight, come join us tomorrow because last time out at the sprint race, it was Oscar Piastri taking the win. So I don't think anybody knows what to expect in COTA tomorrow.
I think I might have gone to sleep. That's so unfair to come through. Yeah, nothing. I'll give him a text.
Show her the highlights.
Yeah. I said, are you going to be home to watch qualifying? She said, I'm home, I'm really tired. I was like, no, you're going to miss a great one. And look at that, 1-2 on the grid. Oh dear. Okay, right, we'll hear from the top three shortly then. An amazing qualifying. And James Hinchcliffe, who's working with F1 TV this weekend, is talking with them down there. The amazing IndyCar driver, James Hinchcliffe.
Sunday,
Charles Leclerc, 21st pole position here in Formula One. You seem to really excel on these sprint weekend formats. What is it about this format you love so much?
I don't know. I think as a team we did a great job. I mean, we know that in this sprint weekend it's more important than ever to have a clean FP1. We had a good FP1. We started with a strong basics thanks to the work the guys have done to prepare this weekend with the car straight away feeling good. And yeah, then I was feeling good and the lap, I was happy throughout qualifying. The last lap in Q3, there was a bit of mistakes here and there, but I think it wasn't easy for everybody. So yeah, really happy we're starting on pole for Sunday.
Obviously pole, best seat in the house for the start tomorrow, but at the same time we've seen even pole position is not immune to the chaos here at this very inviting turn one. Are you thinking about that at all going into the start after what happened to Carlos last year?
I mean, of course, into turn one, it's always tricky here, but at the same time, it's always better to be starting in the front rather than being in the pack. So, yeah,
okay,
I'm really happy, and I love this track. I love the vibe that there is around this track in the city and in the country. So it's yeah, it's great to be here.
America loves Ferrari. They love Charles Leclerc. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So that turnaround in form for McLaren continues. You said before the weekend that this track might not suit you guys the same way that we saw in Japan or we saw in Qatar, but it doesn't seem to have slowed you down at all. P2.
Yeah, no, I'm happy. It's been a good day, like you said, probably not expected from the end result, so a good bonus for the whole team. Didn't make as many mistakes as I made last week, which is a good thing, but I think we had it today. I think there was enough in it to get pole. I know Charles said he made a few mistakes, but so did I, so it's a bit of a shame. That one opportunity, maybe we missed again, but I'm so happy nevertheless.
Now you're starting maybe not on the clean side of the racetrack, but turn one here, very wide. We've seen a lot of action into turn one. In fact, I think P2 leads out of turn one and over that first lap more often than not. So yeah. We going for it in turn one, trying to take the lead?
I am. I mean, it's different every year, but like you said, it's you never know. It's always the thing here in COTA. You never know what can happen. But we're in a good position. Charles is normally a good starter, to be honest, so it's going to be difficult to get him off the line. But we're in almost the best position you could have for Sunday, so I'm happy with that.
Still got to get through the sprint, but going for 4 podiums in a row on Sunday. Congratulations.
Cheers, man. Thank you.
How you guys doing?
Lewis, you seem to just love racing in the States. You've only been off the podium once here in Austin. What is it about this place that you love so much?
I love being in the States. Look at this weather we've got. It's such a beautiful country, and this circuit is just incredible. It's one of the drivers' favorites, definitely one of my favorites. This is right up there with Silverstone. It really is a legendary layout that I think every driver finds really tricky. It's bumpy, incredibly challenging, each section. So yeah, these guys, I have to say a big thank you to everyone back at the factory. They've been pushing so hard to, you know, improve our car, and we have taken a bit of a step closer to these guys this weekend, which I know everyone's working so hard for, so I really do appreciate all the efforts, and unfortunately they're still a little bit ahead, but we'll give it another shot tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, these updates really seem to be working, so huge credit to the team for all the progress that they've made. Now, this race has never been won in 10 years from off the front row, but with those upgrades, with the pace that you've shown in practice, you guys think you can be the first ones to take home that W from row 2?
I mean, I'll give it my best shot, for sure. And with this crowd, I think anything's possible, so we'll give it a go.
Absolutely, I'm sure they'd love to see the next one on the calendar. There you go, bud. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Race never been won off the front row. Very interesting. So here's your starting grid then for Sunday's Grand Prix here in Austin, Texas. Charles Leclerc on pole position with Lando Norris alongside. Row 2, Lewis Hamilton alongside is Carlos Sainz. Row 3, George Russell, Max Verstappen. Row 4, Pierre Gasly, Esteban Ocon. Row 5, Sergio Perez and Oscar Piastri. Row 6, Yuki Tsunoda, Zhou Guanyu. Row 7, Valtteri Bottas and Kevin Magnussen. Row 8, Daniel Ricciardo, Nico Hülkenberg. Row 9, Fernando Alonso and Alexander Albon. Row 10, Lance Stroll and Logan Sargent on home soil starts last. We're on a quick off because we've got the F1 Academy Series on shortly after this. Just enough time to get a wrap up from our pundits here. Adam, starting with you, what a quali going into this one. What do you think we're going to see on Sunday when the lights go out?
Well, I think all I gotta say is Max Verstappen not on the pole here at COTA. I am shocked. So stick around, folks. Sunday's U.S. Grand Prix is going to be one you do not want to miss.
Interesting enough, the checker flag signals has been put out twice on the timing screen, I've just noticed. Josh T, your thoughts?
Yeah, an absolutely amazing qualifying session. Definitely a massive surprise and amazing qualifying session. Hopefully we will get a good race from it. I think we shall, but we've also got a sprint shootout and a sprint tomorrow as well. So it's going to be a good weekend.
Jess, in the pits, what about you? What did you make of it all and coming into this one?
Well done to Charles Leclerc for getting pole, and shame for that mistake for Max Verstappen, but sometimes you make mistakes like that, really, and that's gonna, I think, really make Verstappen work for the race on Sunday. He still gets another chance to do it on Saturday with the sprint shootout, of course, but I think this COTA race is going to be another classic, and I can't wait for Sunday.
I suppose Omi's still deafened.
No.
Oh, Omi?
Omi?
What did you make of it, Omi?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
What did you make of that crazy session? Have you calmed down then with Charles Leclerc on pole position? Were you screaming at the top of your lungs?
Yes.
Okay, knew that was going. Go on. How did you find it?
Don't have too much of a voice after that, but let's just say very, very good. I hope the people who I was in a call with, I didn't hurt their ears too much. Let's just say that.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, Omi. You'll be there on Sunday watching, I know, up towards turn 1. Right, you've heard it from there. This race never been won off the front row in the 10 starts we've had here. So who's it going to be then? Charles Leclerc or Lando Norris? Sunday's Grand Prix is not to be missed. Tomorrow you can join us for live coverage, the Tissot Sprint. Sorry, that's a force of habit. The F1 sprint coming up tomorrow, as well as the sprint shootout. Tonight, though, following us here, you can join me and Jess for the F1 Academy. Jess leading the series. I'll be acting as the co. And then during the night, you can join me and Adam for FP2. That'll be live on JB Motorsports Twitch, uploaded later to YouTube, and then we'll be live for qualifying on YouTube and Twitch as well for MotoGP's Australian Grand Prix. Remember, the Australian Grand Prix is tonight. It is the whole 27 laps. It's tonight. They've moved it due to weather. Sunday is now the Tissot Sprint Day alongside the Moto3 and Moto2 races, as they can handle the wind better than the 1000cc bikes. So tonight is the main Grand Prix with 25 points on the board for the championship. So do not miss it. Will be all the live streams available after this session. Okay, my thanks to Adam, my thanks to Josh, my thanks to Omi, my thanks to Jess. We'll be back in around about 10 minutes. So it's Charles in charge here in Austin, Texas. Nothing changes. Bye-bye.